Hello and welcome to Larissa's Kitchen. I know it's November, but don't put those grills away yet, because tonight we're grilling some coffee glazed lamb chops and asparagus, along with a side of sweet potato medallions. Let's take a look at those lamb chops. I have 16 lamb chops. Each of these lamb chops are going to be cleaned. First, we're going to remove this layer of fat, which we can do pretty much by hand, and then this tendon that runs underneath. That's going to need to be cut away. Once we do that, we can liberally season both sides with kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Okay, I'm just going to slide my thumb underneath this layer of fat, in between the fat and the tendon, and separate it. You might need to cut a little bit here. Okay, and then once we get to the top, we're going to turn the lamb chop around, and we're going to start in on this tendon. Now, I'm going to start from the one side, then turn my knife around and start back the other way. Okay, now this layer of fat gives me something to hold on to. We're going to come underneath the tendon with the knife blade tipped up just a little bit and gently slide this and slice until you reach the bottom of the tendon. Okay, this lamb chop is completely clean. Now that those lamb chops are cleaned up, we can get started in on this coffee glaze. For that, we're going to need 1/2 cup of strong brewed coffee, 4 tablespoons of molasses, 4 tablespoons of cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of light or dark rum, about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic that have been very finely minced, 2 teaspoons of instant espresso, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, and 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. This is all going into a skillet, and we're going to cook it on top of the stove until it's thickened and bubbly. I've just put all this into my 10-inch nonstick skillet. I've got it on over medium-high heat. We're just going to cook it until it's thickened and bubbly. That should take about 3 to 4 minutes. Now that this is nice and thick, we can finish up with those lamb chops and start in on the asparagus. At this point, my sweet potatoes are actually just done cooking. I've roasted them in their skins for an hour. I'll be peeling them and then slicing them into their medallions. Now that I've got these seasoned, we're going to set these aside and get started in on the asparagus. For each of these asparagus spears, I'm just going to break the ends off. Now I'm going to allow the asparagus to determine where it breaks. If I were to cut this, I might leave a woody stalk, and that's not very palatable. These are just getting tossed in about a tablespoon of olive oil with some kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. About 20 minutes before you're ready to grill the lamb chops. That would be about 20 minutes before the sweet potatoes are done. You need to go out and turn on your grill. Now we're going to start this on a fairly hot grill, not screaming hot, but a fairly hot grill, and then we're going to turn it down to low as soon as we put the lamb chops down. Before we put these lamb chops down, we're going to glaze one side. That's going to be the first side that stays up. Then we're going to turn them over and glaze the top side. Now we'll be grilling these for 4 minutes a side. That's going to be for medium rare. If you'd like them medium, you can grill them for 5 minutes a side. I strongly recommend against grilling them past medium. I'm going to put this all down on one side so that I can put my asparagus on the other side. And my thickest lamb chops are going on the hottest part of the grill, which for me is to the back. it's time to give these lamb chops a taste. Now, you can see that this is medium rare. That is superb.